So hello everyone, this is AetherNightmare and welcome to a really short stream because I have zero time management skills today. I've had a lot going on in the background. So we probably aren't going to do MSQ today, so if you're uninterested, feel free to pop back out. Skip this vid, it's not for you, it's just going to be crafting and stuff. We have story crafting, but I'm probably not going to do MSQ because I just don't have that much time. Hopefully notifications should be fixed for alerts. It turns out it was on Streamlabs' end. It was part of the API not updating on their servers, so I did have to contact tech support. And we ran a test, and it worked for the test. So here's hoping that it will continue to upgrade, and if not, then I might have to switch to a different program. Because it's not something I can do to fix on my end. It's entirely on theirs. So let's see. I left off in Fisher because that's what I tend to be doing, but I also completely changed my crafting sets for if I am level 50 and above. I have all level 50 gear now, so yeah, that's a thing. I might have to upgrade these. I don't know if I can. There is class-specific outfits that I can make that are better, but they require timed materials that are very difficult to get, and also since Heavensward exists now, it'd probably be easier for me to just ignore those outfits unless it's something I want to keep aesthetically and just go for the new Heavensward stuff when we get to that point. So keeping my current crafting gear and going for like the hardcore level 50 stuff for the aesthetics probably isn't worth it in the long run, even if this particular outfit is not my vibe whatsoever. I could do without the boob window. But yeah. As is, I am just going to be working on side quests, crafting side quests, and tribal side quests in the background today, instead of going for MSQ, because I just don't have the time. So Weaver is done. I think I'm in Lenosia? Nanoosh? I'm in Nanoosh. Actually, let's go back to Fisher, because I did get the rain catchers. So let's head on out. So that's probably not the last fishing quest, but we're getting there. What the? Is it oh, it's a flag! I'm like, what is in my camera? Fisherman's. I also have the other Marauder thing to do here. I finally got enough points to recruit a member, so I should start working on that too. I'll go to do that next. Bring us 5 Raincallers from Gridania's Jadeite Flood. We will make it worth your while. There we go. Oops. Kind of got the hand shakies today. I knew you were the right person for the job. Who else could deliver such rare and virile specimens? This will suit the Uldan's purposes quite well. The elder males have been led to believe that investigating the Raincallers will endow them with, let us say, vigor. No one knows whether it's true, and I don't personally care to find out. I only know that rich men will stop at nothing to recapture their former glory. And so these fish should fetch a fair price on the market. Basically, fish Viagra, if you catch my drift. Speaking of fetching, I'm quite impressed with your handiwork. The consortium will be pleased. Please don't mention fetching after mentioning fishy Viagra to me. Of course, you've pleased more than just the consortium. I look forward to seeing more of you. Please, mind your language in the context of the conversation that you're bestowing upon me. Crows of Gathering. Actually, I might really quickly... Let me double check. Really? The boots are better? Alright, I might go with boots. Yes, that means I have to go through this again, but I'll just skip. I'll just skip through it really fast, since it's the same thing every time. Anyway, let's get us some... Shoes are made for fishing. And it turns out my armory chest was full last time, so I've disassembled a few things. Nice. Yeah, I really don't like these poofy pants. These are gonna go... Eventually I'm gonna make a glamour set for gathering and stuff, but since I really, really, really don't like the crafting aesthetic at the moment. Oh, so you've forgotten the old Fisherman's Guild. Good to see all the prestige and glamour that accompanies fishing stardom hasn't gone to your head. It's a wonder your head hasn't popped, what with all the sardine and catfish fables, inflating the legend to prodigious proportions. And to think, I knew you when you were still dredging anchovies out of the muck. Rest assured that whatever greatness you go on to achieve, you'll always be the sorry scrap of a kelp that floated into the guild one fateful day as far as I'm concerned. Now go speak with Sybil and see to her request. Didn't you notice her waiting for you outside? Ah, Bren. The libidinous lords of Ul'dah were terribly excited by the rain callers you reeled in, sending our profits soaring accordingly. And so I came to lay yet another challenge before you. You have conquered the waves and dunes, but what of the clouds? Only you are heavenly enough to fish for the cloud clutters that swim in the low skies of Ishgard, within the sea of clouds. Yeah, there's literally flying fish in this game. So we can fish in the desert, and now we can fish off in the clouds, which, whatever, I guess we have jellyfish that are on land too. They function like Pokemon, so... I too doubted my ears upon hearing such a fish, but Carvalin's resolve was adamant, and he will hear no protest. Besides, I've never been one to say no. Luckily for us, the Brugere Consortium has friends in high places, namely the Highlands of Corthus. You'll want to seek out Ferminat at Whitebrim Front. He will tell you all you need to know. Confident that you will prevail in your conquest, I have rendered full payment to Sissipu in advance. You need only bring her 5 cloud cutters to satisfy me. Okay. Cloud cutters. Let me... I might not be able to do it until I go further in it. I believe fish can fly. Yeah, we gotta go to Corthus really quick. I hate that moving the camera in the game is the same button as moving it in the map. Depending on what you have clicked on last. And while it is possible to play this game entirely with controller, remember, on PS4 as well, or PS5 and soon to be Xbox, you can plug a mouse and keyboard into your PlayStation. Just remember that, if you need help. You've been able to plug a mouse and keyboard into the PlayStation since the PS2. I see a lot of people get confused about that. You can plug mics into your PS4, you can plug mice and keyboard into your PS4. Keep that in mind. A lot of people don't know that. Makes certain games, like this one, and certain shooters just so much more easier. Oh my god. It doesn't have to be like a specialty thing either. It can just be like a $20 Logitech mouse and keyboard. Greetings, traveler. Visitors from Limsa are rare to these climes. I am told you are to fish the magnificent cloud cutters that grace the Sea of Clouds. As squires, we practice catching our dinner, but the task is trying for even the most experienced among us. How one unaccustomed to the chore might hope to succeed where so many accompanied fishermen have failed is beyond me, but mine is not to stand in the way of foolhardy endeavors. The fish float upon infiltrating pockets of vapor, allowing them to ride currents of air. They are thus able to escape predators and take refuge in the clouds. I don't know how they can take refuge in water vapor unless they're still swimming up there, but they are thus able to escape, however, the aerial fish requires an aerial worm, in this case, hover worms. I wonder if there's a lure for that. This is the extent of the knowledge that I will confer upon you. I fear the remainder is a matter of experience and skill. I should wish you good luck. You will surely need it. So I'm assuming it's like right over here I can maybe fish. Which I kind of doubt I have any bait that will work. On account of not having any hoverworms, but also... Snurble turf. Freshwater lure. Do any of these say... Dragged through the water? Lake and marsh life. Metal river lure. Not sure if any of these would. Tremendous distances, such as coastlines. I've made a lot of different tackle, so... Made from wildfire feather, its uncanny resemblance to a mayfly makes it irresistible to trout. Resemble a minnow. From both surface and floor. Especially effective in lakes. Coastlines. Chocobo feather brings back some memories of a simple time. I don't know if a chocobo fly would work. Versatile lure might, but depending on the level of fish here, I don't want to risk having my versatile lures be taken because it's a lot harder to get those back. Drag through the water. I would assuming maybe something with feathers could maybe like hover. I'm gonna try a snurble turf just for funsies. Yeah, you can fish here. Just because I can remake snurble turfs. You typically don't lose lures unless the fish is too big or you fail at reeling it in. May not be suited to this area. Yeah, so let's go to... We make stuff in Goldsmith. I would assume it'd be 50 and under. Tackle. Fishing tackle. Rainbow lure. Drag through the water. Join together to resemble a school of fish, especially effective in rivers. Streamer. Sink below the water surface. No, it's heavy. Far east. Literally means bow horn. Increases chances of landing a big catch even when from the shore. Yeah, because otherwise I've made all of these. 14 lures for sky fishing. Sky spoon lure. Metal lure shaped like a spoon so it will oscillate when dragged through water. I don't know if that would... Fishing tackle. Sells the ocean fishing stuff. I have a mithril sky fishing bait. Forum Square Enix. Was sky fishing anyway? Nope. That is not the thread for me. I'll try the mithril one since it seems like one of the spoons could be for sky fishing in the future. I thought, might as well give it a try. Maybe you couldn't use lures. Because I prefer to use lures than bait. Nope. Alright, time to... I don't want to, but I'll do it. Where is it? Sinking. Where's my... Oh, here it is. I'm like, I have 2 pages now. I didn't realize. Alright. Don't take... Normally versatile lure works with everything, but the downside is it's really hard to get back. Okay. Versatile lure works. Good to know. Seriously? Oh no. Do I risk it? They don't seem to be super rare if I got it on the first try. I didn't even have to use the multiple hook thing. I got the one in one go. Oh, nope, this is a single. The cloud cutter was cloud jellyfish. The cloud cutter was a level 2 haul. I'll give it a couple shots, even if it's boring, sorry, but if I can get it relatively quickly. Like I said, versatile lure works with everything. Just make sure you have equipment that is likely not to see your line snapped. I think I have a rosewood fishing gear equipped, so I'm probably good. I can double check after this. Oop, there we go. That's a 2. There we go. Cloud cutter. I can mooch these too, I think. Although I'm not going to, because this is what I need for a mission. Randomness is bias inducing, yeah. Although, there is a degree to which we can influence the randomness. You know, better gear, better stats. The versatile lure, which makes you question why you would ever use anything else. Because this thing seems to reel in everything. Okay, it's 3 out of 5. Nope, this isn't it. I'm still gonna reel it in. Because I don't want to lose the tackle that I have equipped. Yeet! Makeshift bait. I don't know what that is. I'll look at it after I reel this in, because I kind of pressed the button absently. There we go. Four to 5. What is this? This is... allows the execution of mooch even with average-sized fish. Oh, not interested at the moment, but I like the concept. Since I was only able to do so with large-sized fish, this will be easier to catch certain things now. Okay, this might be the last one. Yeah, it is. Cool. All done. You got to see me do it for a change. Since that one was really easy and didn't require a whole lot of luck. Right. Return to Sissipu. Normally I don't fish on stream, but this one took so little time that, might as well. The 3 hours you spent fishing for a single fishing quest would disagree, but that's randomness for you. Yeah! Yeah, it is. Although increasing your stats does supposedly help. So let's go to Fisherman's Guild. Like I said, though, I have really good gear on my character. I level 43 rod. All of this is in the 40s. Eventually, with 2 more levels, it'll be even higher. Let's also make sure I have everything, yeah, super good equipped. So, you're to pluck 5 cloud cutters from the skies of Korthus? Are we certain these aren't birds? The fabled cloud cutters. It turns out they weren't birds after all. Just like a jellyfish, they jump, jerk, and jolt to jiggle themselves up. Yeah, this type of fish really can fly in real life, too. I highly recommend looking up a video of them, because it's not just jumping out of the water for a few seconds. They can spread their fins like wings and glide on the top of the, above the ocean, off of the current that comes off the waves. Well, speaking of things that float around aimlessly, Fish Guardians consider the Cloud Cutter a crest of class and character, and confer to them as commemorate and congratulate countrymen who commit a conduct A cut above the clouds, if you will. I won't, but what use would it be to Carvalane? Carvalane? Local lore alleges that the legendary Elzen in Limsa is actually an Ishgardian lord. I wonder what you'd do if it were Carvalane. Carvalane? I think that's the name. I would do what I'm going to do anyway. Deliver the fish. Alright, what do we get? Krill cage feeder, rosewood fishing rod, which I already have a better one equipped. Have this. Gloves, apparently, are better. My stats were too high. You kept getting the higher rarity fish. Oh no. I'll have to keep that in mind to keep some lower level gear. I'll need to be level 50 to take on the next quest, so I'll need to raise that just through casual sitting and fishing. Just pick a spot and skyfish for a while. That seemed to raise up my experience nicely. Okay, what else we got? Since this is just a crafting stream today, we don't have a whole lot of time like we normally do. Waiting in the winglet. Did I get this done? Melded with a savage mite materia. No, I did not. Cobalt winglet. What do we need for it? I didn't get out of work until later today. So, we get what time we get. It's a sword. I need a sunrise telling. I have that. Horn glue. Got that. Mahogany lumber. Can make that. And 2 cobalts. That's actually not too bad. That's not the pain I thought it was going to be. I can make horn glue from the horns I have. I have cobalt. I have mahogany. And I'm pretty sure I have a sunrise telling. I need to get more iron. That's what I was gonna do. I bought more salt. I was gonna buy more iron last night. Did I? No. But at least I'm in the area where I can do so. I know where to get the sunrise tellings if I don't have them either. They're over in Western Lanasi. You actually mine for them. I believe you don't fish for them. Alright, one down. I know I would have a higher chance of success if I did this with armor, but I also kind of want to give this class some experience too. I didn't eat food. Dang dong, you forgot to eat food. Additional experience is nice, Bren. Alright, cobalt done. Let's eat something. Got some toad legs I need to get out of here. Not the best in stats, but I still get the boost. So it's kind of worth it. Next is mahogany. Lenosia, sorry. Until they start saying it in-game, it's gonna trip me. I'm an auditory learner. I can't help it. I mean, it is by the sea, in my defense. So saying Lena, sea, as in, like, the ocean, makes sense in my brain. That's probably why I keep doing it. Kind of like how in Final Fantasy X, everybody keeps calling Tidus Tidus because, you know, ocean, tide, makes sense, but it's based off the Japanese Tada for sun. Hence why everybody gets it confused, but at least you can see where the confusion comes from. It's incorrect, but at least it has a basis for being so. Okay. Winglet, right? Horn glue, that was the other thing. I think I have the horns already on me. Void glue, not quite the same thing. Horn glue. I'll have to purchase the materia, probably off of the marketplace. I did for the piety materia, because I just don't have any healers at the moment. You think Lanasi or Lanoka is how Thancred says it in A Realm Reborn? That might be why I'm messing it up. They might have changed how they pronounced it in the game itself. That happens in Genshin Impact so often. It drives me crazy. The VAs don't get proper pronunciation on how to say a thing, so you'll get like 4 or 5 different people saying it completely different, and it's like, what's the proper pronunciation? Heck if I know. Okay, next was a Sunrise Talon, which I'm pretty sure I have. If not, they're pretty easy to get. Here it is! Sunrise Talon. Actually, I'm gonna check a materia too. You are not the holder of my materia. You can have this, oops. Have a jellyfish. It's the other one that has my materia. I'm trying to get rid of stuff if I no longer have a crafting purpose for it either. So level 3 Savage Might, I think it was. Black Pearl Ring. Savage Might materia, level 3. Yeah. Okay. So probably red. Savage Might materia, level 3. I do have one all on my lonesome. Cool. Their whole voice cast changed, and it might also have been Minophilia, who notorious for mispronouncing stuff in A Realm Reborn. That would do it. Yep, that would be the issue. Including Tataru's name. Oh, is it not pronounced Tataru? Did she accidentally say like Taru Taru or something? Similar to Lalafels in not A Realm Reborn, Final Fantasy XI, excuse me. I know with Genshin, a lot of them had to do it because they were doing stuff from home, so it kind of makes sense. I can have a little bit more forgiveness for that, because they didn't get direction on how to pronounce things, but also it's slightly frustrating. What's the proper way to say it? Heck if I know. Heck if they know. If they don't know, I certainly don't either. Alright, Cobalt Winglet, check. Savage Might materia level 3, check. There we go. All done. Let's head upstairs. And since I've only ever played A Realm Reborn, I haven't played the expansions yet. I can only know it exists in the beginning of the game, not towards the end. I am aware of the client specifications. As soon as I verify that the sword is to her satisfaction, I shall contact the intended recipient. You have outdone yourself yet again. Your task is almost complete. In a most particular request, the client wishes to be on hand, yet out of sight, for the purveyance of her gift. I shall attend to the arrangements. You need only be ready. And hello, DJT. We're just doing some crafting stuff since I don't have as much time today. Since when have you taken a fancy to a male gladiator, Phasar? What's all this really about? I assure you, you will not be displeased. Quite the opposite, I should hope. Pleased, then? Precisely. We come bearing a gift. A gift? For me? Give it to someone who deserves it. I'm in no mood to be fawned over. Due to your mounting defeats, no doubt. I know my record, merchant. Ah, but that is the very reason I believe this gift will lift your spirits. Behold, the cure to your recent woes, a sword like no other. This blade, I've never seen its equal. Did you forge this, smith? Is he gonna do this SAO thing where he tests one blade on the other? I would be proud to call it my own. I believe that is precisely what our patron intended. Care to tell me who your patron is, and why he sees fit to confer upon me such a treasure? I can say that only she prays for your success. It is her hope that with this sword you will win new glory, and that these words will help you to remember that of old. The way of the sword is such that all who walk it become lost. Reminds you of the Master Sword's design from Zelda. Yeah, it kinda does. Her words, huh? Well, I don't see why she had to orchestrate this mummer's farce. I would have gladly accepted the sword from her in person. Oh? I thought the calamity had claimed her life. I should have known better to think the Hellfire Phoenix would die so easily. Wait, is he gonna do the thing? Yeah, he is! And now it's my turn to take wing. On my honor, I shall one day stand atop the Colosseum and do this sword justice. It looked expensive to animate. Well, to have it done the SAO way, it absolutely would have been, because that just shattered to pieces. So, admittedly, they did do it the cheaper way, by cleaving it in two. And I do believe this is the final quest for the Realm Reborn version, which means they are going to spare a little bit more expense on it to make it cinematic. Grandfar's no fool. I suspect he knew I was present the moment his words left Phasar's lips. Why not give him the sword in person? It is complicated. Simply put, I will not involve myself directly in Colosseum affairs. Long ago, I swore never again to take up sword or spear for sport. I have entrusted the Forge Master with your honorarium. Please accept it with my heartfelt thanks. Since I do believe this is the level 50 quest, which means I'm going to be done with blacksmithing quests until Heaven's Word. Well, look who's back from bringing in another fortune. I don't know how you do it, but I'm glad you're doing it for us. If you hadn't come along when you did and helped us turn things around with your quality smithing, I reckon I'd be another worthless drunk drowning me sorrows at the wench. Instead, I'm happily employed, drunk celebrating my successes at the wench. You know, any lout with a tool can put passion into their work, but have to come to the other side and affect folk is true artistry. You think this is the 45th one? I'm not sure. We'll see in a second. I make no mistake, the impact of what you've done for the guild will be felt for years to come. You're one of the best goddamn smithies I've had the pleasure of knowing. There ain't nothing more to say than that. Nope, it's the level 50 one. Because we get the Vulcan. As well as some choice of equipment. I'll probably go with the cap now that I know that what we choose is class specific. This concludes the blacksmith quest for Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn. Yes, level 51. In order to undertake the next series of quests, you must first meet the following requirements. Beat the damn game. Once you've done so, the next blacksmith quest will be available from Berthale. So there we go. Let's equip it. We can, let's turn hats back on so we can see what it looks like. Doesn't match the current outfit I have, but it'll match the rest of it, which we would have to make ourselves, which I think is a little dumb, but we'll go with it. I'm not sure if I get the next level gear going forward with Heaven's Word or not. While I'm here, though, I need 71 of these, 20 of these. I could maybe go with a few more of these, actually. Just cause. Nope. I have 71 of these, I'm good. Tin, bronze plate. Can I get iron from you? Iron ore, thank you! We only have 5 left, and we use it in absolutely frickin' everything. Cool. Cool beans. There we go. Blacksmith is done. Next. I was gonna make a bow, too. I need to make a crab bow, but I need different things for the crab bow, so I'll probably do that later. I need to get some Megala crab shells, which I can get in Costa del Sol. But I need to actually do all of that. This is timed. Forget Dark Steel, which I think is only like at one specific point a day, so I'll get that done. This one's done. I am done with Goldsmith, so maybe we should go over to Ulda. What's this? The sea wasps. No, I'm kind of jumping all over everywhere, but if only he wasn't a drunk, seriously. He is such a fun character. If only he wasn't an alcoholic. Gladiator, no. Weaver's Goldsmith. Is the ring ready yet? Remember, it must also be melted with grade 3 piety materia. Robotan will also come as soon as I contact him, and not a moment sooner. He doesn't want to risk upsetting Gigi. Here it is. Ooh, I also finished the Weaver, that's right. Well, the 45 level one anyway. By the 12? This is fabulous. I will let Robotan know at once. It is more beautiful than I could have ever imagined. The color, the shape, the luster. It is a ring fit for royalty. Well, that's what I made it for. I knew I was right in trusting you. This ring will surely meet with her grace's approval. Stop right there, Robotan. This mummer's farce ends now. Huh? What is the meaning of this? Think you're clever, do you? I've seen through your lies, and I know who you really are. The Jade Fox. The Jade Fox? Robotan, is this true? Have you been deceiving us this entire time? I'm afraid so, my dear. But it's over now, and not a moment too soon. This charlatan was plotting to rob the guests at the Names Day celebration, and maybe even the Sultana herself. That is ridiculous. I don't have to listen to these wild accusations. Ren, I'm afraid I must ask you to give me that ring, as it is evidence of his crimes. It will then be returned to you once his trial is complete. Gigi knows what's up. You don't believe him, do you, Bren? I'm innocent, I tell you, innocent. Well, he has paid for all of his commissions. He's not a thief if he pays for it. We'll see how long you can maintain this facade once I put you in a cell. I'm taking you to Captain Genlin's. Don't remember the name of the mammoth. It's Gigi. Neat. Secrets and lies. Secrets and lies. He takes him to death and sorrow. To Pearl Lane. I still can't believe that Robotan was the Jade Fox. Can you, Gigi? Gigi? Gigi, where are you? Egads, I think he might have run off on his own. I heard that him murmuring something about Pearl Lane. We should try searching for him there first. Like, really, jump. Thank you. Where is this Pearl Lane of which you speak? Over here? By the Sapphire Avenue Exchange? There you are. Getting yourself embroiled in conflict. Gigi has awoken to justice. To be fair, I think he always has been. He's just crass. Crass justice. Secrets and lies. Secrets and lies. Back away from the Lalafell, you cur. Well, if it isn't the Mammoth, you're an awfully long way from home. Gigi, what are you doing here? Why did you run away? Deceiver. Trickster. This man is no Sultan Sworn. What are you saying? Sir, I'd like to see some ID. Robert is the Jade Fox, Mr. Serendipity. Listen to your assistant. You know it to be true. Robert, tell me it isn't so. Tell me this is all a misunderstanding. Everyone, take a deep breath and calm down. There's no reason for this to end in bloodshed. I think Gigi roasts everyone's drip. My gods, it's true. You really are the Jade Fox, aren't you? You have an overdeveloped sense of justice, little one. It's going to get you into trouble someday. As for you and me, my dear Serendipity, I think we're well past the point of introductions. Believe me when I say that I'm just as disappointed as you are. I had hoped we would become more intimately acquainted before this identity outlived its usefulness. Alas, I could not bear to forsake an opportunity of this magnitude, one that Rowerton here was kind enough to provide. Meddlesome contraption! Poor Gigi. He's too old for this. You son of a... So, you gotta love these expressions. Aren't Lalafells supposed to be as strong as, like, everybody else? Was the headbutt necessary? Gigi! Serendipity, Gigi, no! You can fix him, can't you? You saved my life. Do you need money for parts? I'll pay anything. You can even sell the ring I commissioned. It's not a matter of money. I think his core might be irreparably damaged. It was made over 100 years ago with techniques that have long since been forgotten. If it has failed, then he is forever lost to us. I detest that ridiculous hairstyle. You must... Gigi! Bren, what are you doing with that ring? Wait, what? You can't seriously be suggesting that... What are mammoth hearts made of? Technology may be old, but we can try to mimic it at least. Black pearl ring. This is by far the worst piece Greenhorn has ever crafted. Its very existence offends me. I feel violated. So violated. Gigi, you've come back to us. It's a miracle. It's technology. I'll praise the clams that we used to fix Gigi. I owe you and Meet Gigi my life. Thank you, thank you. But shouldn't you return to the guild and see how Mistress Serendipity and her assistant are faring? Never change, Gigi, indeed. He is kind of an old man if you think about it. He's a 100-year-old mammoth with old parts. He's literally a crotchety old man. A mechanical crotchety old man, but a crotchety old man nonetheless. I still can't believe what has happened. First I thought Reborn was the Jade Fox, then it turned out it was Robert. Gigi must have sensed something strange about him before. I can't help but think back on all those times he ranted about secrets and lies. I assumed he was speaking of Reborn, but now I realize he meant Robert. Oh, if only I'd listened more closely to his words. That man made a fool out of me, what with his dashing good looks, his piercing gaze, his broad shoulders. But we got him, Bren. He'll never again terrorize the good people of Ul'dah. I'm sure you're worried about Gigi. Allow me to put your fears to rest. In spite of your reckless attempt to repair him, there was no permanent damage. Indeed, when you began fumbling around with his components and attempted to shove that ring inside of him, I was absolutely terrified. Hey, it's nothing versus death, so, I mean, what's the worst I could do? Get a pulse? Thankfully, through sheer strength of will, Gigi overcame his injuries. Strength of will, indeed. And it's all thanks to your ring. In Gigi's eyes, your ring was so poorly wrought that it filled him with... It's because he was upset? It was so poorly wrought that it filled him with overwhelming disgust. You remind him of his purpose by creating focus for his grand disdain, and in doing so you helped him regain his senses. Isn't that wonderful? Is that really the reason? But that's not all I wanted to tell you. When I was examining Gigi earlier, I discovered something extraordinary. You see, he's by far the oldest mammoth we have here, having been constructed by one of our former guildmasters over a century ago. In fact, I'm the 19th guildmaster he has assisted, according to records. Too mad to die, indeed. Although, to be fair, there have been comatose patients that have been comatose for years and have only been roused because something else pissed them off in the vicinity. I think one was like Barney the Dinosaur. Somebody hated it so much, so when it got played on like his television when somebody came to visit, it made him so pissed he woke up. But what our records didn't contain was his original name, which was so faintly inscribed upon his core that it went unnoticed until now. Gigi is, I'm gonna butcher this, Menenjing, the first mammoth ever built, and the mammoth whose design on which all others are based. Of course, I have no intention of telling him. The knowledge would make him insufferably arrogant. Anyway, please accept my sincerest thanks. And through Gigi would be loath to admit it, I'm sure deep down he's grateful to you as well. Oh, in the future, please don't attempt to repair a mammoth unless you have at least learned the basics of their construction. Seriously, what was I gonna do? Like, he's already dead. Like, I can't make it worse. Anyway, going forward, I'll probably start with the helmets, just because it's the most noticeable thing. This concludes the Goldsmith quest for Final Fantasy: A Realm Reborn. So there we go. Next quest for this isn't going to be until Heavensward. There we go. What is that? What? This is a very loud design, isn't it? What? There's so much going on. We got the golden leaves, the blue background, the brown. What is this? Is it a feather? We got a gold feather. We've got I don't know if this is a feather. What is this? I don't know what to think of that. Maybe combined with the rest of the outfit it would make sense, but by itself, it's definitely draws attention. Yep, Weaver's next. Ooh, we have Alchemist too. I did make high potions of strength. It kind of looks like Final Fantasy II protagonist hat. Maybe. Yeah. Furians. I must confess, I'm rather eager to see how this particular commission turns out. Are Wabaruka's garments ready yet? Time to deck him out in wool. Excellent, I have no doubt these will suit him well. It is going to be very uncomfortable for the desert. Very hot, very sticky. Wool doesn't really allow for good perspiration. I think we've outdone ourselves. Just look at him standing there, a vision of grace and refinement. No, I ain't. Is something wrong, sir? I believe they fit you perfectly, but if you desire adjustments... No, the clothes are great, Big Rose. Really, it's just... I'm sorry, this was a mistake. Whatever are you saying? You look marvelous. Kokomo would be thrilled to receive such a dashing young caller. It's too late. On the way here, I saw her walking with this wealthy-looking fella, just the two of them. Watching them together in their fancy clothes, it looked right, Big Rose, like they were made for each other. I ain't one of them, don't you see? You can dress me in your finest silks, but I've still got more dirt under my nails than that girl has in her whole bleeding manse. I was a fool to think she could care for someone like me. I'll never be part of her world. Leave him be. If he's determined to give up, then there's not what we can do for him. Though he would be far better served by letting Kokomo decide for herself, Wabaruka must first find the courage to carry on. Only then will he stand a chance. Don't compare yourself necessarily to others. Also, you miss all the shots you don't take. Let her get to know you as yourself. Not by doing the whole Aladdin make me a prince thing. Alright, a minor reborn. It does look warm because it is warm. Wool is very warm. It's great for the frozen north. Not so much for Ul'dah. If you've come in search of work, I'm afraid I've nothing for you. Oh, and the sand gets in it, and it stays in it. It's so hard to get it back out of your woolen socks. It's just, ooh, it's gritty and uncomfortable. Winter wear only. However, there's something I would like to discuss with you. It concerns Kokomo and the young men currently courting her. You see, it's none other than... Bren, Big Rose, please, you gotta help me. Change your mind, have we? Now, if you just plan to have your feet up by the fireplace, or inside some thick boots that keep the sand out, then it's great. But, hot temps are a no-go. Ugh, clothes. I need new clothes. Please, sir, you must get a hold of yourself. Tell us what has driven you into this frenzy. He's gonna propose to Kokomo. Mama Jaru, he's gonna propose. I know it ain't my place, and I might just be getting in the way, but damn it, I gotta tell her how I feel before it's too late. But if I meet with her wearing my usual duds, she'll reject me without a second thought. I need a fighting chance. I need you two to do your best to make me the finest clothes you can. One would have to possess a heart of stone to refuse an impassioned plea like that, wouldn't you agree? If we go and send him against Mama Jaru, we must furnish him with such garments as befit his passion. Prepare a pair of patrician's bottoms, a patrician's wedge cap, and a patrician's coatee. Literally what I am wearing. I will see to his gloves and shoes. Each piece must be flawless, without exception. Together we shall fashion a suit of armor for our young warrior. Thank you both so much. I know I won't fail you two with you two on my side. AKA the outfit I am literally wearing. I need to remake my own outfit. Kind of ironic. Please hurry. I gotta say my piece before it's too late. So... Alright, what do we got? Wedge cap. Coatee. And... What else? Wedge cap. Bottoms. So just the bottoms. Okay, that's actually not too bad. Let's see. Electrum ingots, undyed woolen cloth, felt, which I'm gonna need some more snurble tufts if I'm gonna be, making felt. Woolen yarn, felt, and electrum. Yeah, that is actually not... Do I really not have to attach any materia to this? Huh. What do I got for the Snurble Twiffs? Probably... fleece. I do have a pearl remaining that I can either sell or use for something else. Tufts. Snurble poof. I might need to get some more Snurble poof. I'll head down to Alchemist first. And natron. I'll need some more natron too to make the felt. But I have plenty of effervescent water and I loaded myself up on salt. So natron's pretty easy enough. Whee! Whoop, didn't quite go where I wanted to go. Is that thing squeaking? Well, do you have those high potions of strength for me? Remember, only the most splendid samples are suitable for a process this demanding and delicate. I shall have to improve the quality of the materials I prepared if they're to be successfully combined with yours. Merely holding on to the vials, I can feel tendrils of might seeping into my weary frame. You've done well to preserve the power inherent in the limbs of the Bog Yarzan. Why, these concoctions would imbue even the scrawniest of men with the strength to rival Ralgar himself. If all these ingredients match this level of quality, your success in this endeavor is assured. Did I perhaps fail to mention exactly what this most ambitious of alchemical processes was intended to achieve? Well, rather than inconvenience us both with an extremely lengthy and technical explanation, it may be faster for me to simply exhibit the results. This is, after all, the culmination of years of dedication and sacrifice. It may very well be that my efforts will end in misery, but one must at least make the attempt, or suffer the endless guilt of inaction. The time for talk is at an end. I shall now begin the process. From this moment onward, I must need have unbroken concentration and solitude. Your devoted assistance has been most appreciated. Aside from myself, you shall be the first to discover what the ultimate alchemical technique is achieved. Yeah, I've already watched Full Metal Alchemist, so... This is beyond comprehension. My experiments were conclusive, and yet there remains some fatal flaw in the process. Where does the fault lie? The method? The materials? My interpretation of the results? Must I resort to thaumaturgy after all? No, such energies would rise naught but mockery of life. Oh, what an utter failure. I must retrace my steps, start again from the beginning. No matter how many times it takes, I will see my alchemy succeed. You, assistant, bring me 3 mega potions, one each of intelligence, mind, and vitality, and they must be of unquestionable quality. I care not for excuses. I need you to... Please, my friend, I need your help. There we go, new mission. Anything else that I've already gotten done here? I can check what they'll maybe need, but probably not going to make them in this particular part. Mega Potion of Strength, Mind, and Vitality. So Mega Potion of Intelligence. We need Sandworm Fangs, got it. Black Scorpions, got it. I don't know if I have a Sandworm Fang. I might have to go running around for more Sandworm Fangs. I have Gubu Fangs, I have Wolf Fangs. I don't know if I have Sandworm Fangs. I know where to get them, I just don't know if I have them. But we have the Scorpions. Mega Ether, Elixir, Potent, Mega Potion of Vitality, Rock Salt, Grenade Ash, Pudding Flesh. I don't think I have Pudding Flesh. I don't know where I'd get Pudding Flesh. I would assume from the green enemies in some of the dungeons, but... I haven't encountered slimes out in the open like that. Unless you fish for it. A foul-smelling gelatinous mass taken from a pudding. Yeah, that makes me think the only place I've encountered pudding enemies, though, or gel-based enemies, has been in dungeons. I might have to get it from a dungeon. Anyway. Mega... These are down into X potions now. Let's go medicine. Vitality, dexterity. I said mind, though. Yeah, where is... Maybe it's in here and I just missed it. Yeah, I did. Okay. Armin Wing. Armins aren't a field enemy either. I've only seen Armins so far in, a dungeon as well. Blue Yarzen Leg, I know where to get those. Those are from the Big Daddy Longlegs. But Armins? I've only so far seen Armins in dungeons. 2 dungeons, to be exact. This might be a dungeon material, too. What level is this? This is 45. I guess I have to look those up in my own time. Okay, so this is timed. I'll work on these probably in the background, since I only really have like a half an hour, unless you guys want to see me run around for Snurble Turfs, which I doubt. So with that, I might head to completing some other stuff, like the Beastmen. Go say hi to our Beastman friends in Lenosia. Also got this other sea wasp thing to do, so I might grab that on the way. And I'll craft the other stuff between episodes, especially if I have to do repeat dungeon runs over and over again for drops. Gotta love it. MMOs. Because these should be reset by now. It's still getting things done, and there's still technically story, so it's not a completely wasted stream. It's just that I don't have time for MSQ today. I might be able to go a little longer than expected, but we'll see. Since I technically already have dinner made, since I made loaded potato soup last night, and there's enough for a couple days. A taste for paste. Ew! Few has mind to deprive the Coral Tridents of their dinner. Pshaw, the Coral Tridents have not been lax in their preparations for war. I have seen them slicing up great strips of shark flesh and laying in provisions for their frontline soldiers. The shark flesh is chopped into a fine paste, you see, and mixed with a special blend of seagrass. I know not what the effect it might have on a shore walker, but any Sahagan that consumes this mixture is invigorated with inexorable strength of the tides. That's actually a myth. Shark fin doesn't have the properties that people like to assume it has. It's also very bland. So, yeah, please don't. But they have not been secretive with its storage. I can tell you exactly where to find the giant clams in which they keep their provisions. Go, Shorewalker, steal the Trident's shark flesh and let their bellies squeal in protest. Killer strategy. Matters have taken a turn for the worse, Shorewalker. The Coral Tridents have secured the services of Vol Shark-Skinned, a Sahagan known for his tactical brilliance. The only reason they would employ a strategist of his caliber would be to plan a major assault on the Shorewalker position. Fortunately, such schemes are easily disrupted. Slay Vol and their ambitious attack is destined to fail. The tactician should be in possession of a coral armband, a physical symbol of his new allegiance. Bring the bracelet to me and I shall know you have succeeded in your task. I think that one's a repeat. Yep, Sharknado. It's a repeat. Some of these will be. The territories of the Sahagan and the Shorewalkers are firmly divided by the north and south tide gates. If my kin ever hope to expand their hold on this land, they will need to bring those towering walls crashing down. This is, in fact, the first and most crucial objective of the Coral Tridents. Thus they've developed a new kind of, what is the Shorewalker word? Ballista. There are giant shellfish that subdue their prey with shocking bolts of energy, and the Tridents have used foul sorcery to warp the creatures into devastating siege weapons. They're already transported to a number of those weapons to the land base, a plan to commence a full-scale assault. You must destroy the ballistas before they are put into position. Naturally, the Tridents are not easy to surrender their new toys. Do what you must, but we cannot allow them to realize their short-sighted ambitions. It sounds like sushi. Shark does not taste like sushi. Shark tastes like... It has the texture of steak and zero flavor. The reason people eat it is they think they'll gain some other benefits. But it doesn't actually have those properties. It's a myth. But unfortunately, shark is overfished as a result, and it completely damages a lot of ecosystems. For people trying to get at it because those assumed properties they think it has, which it does not. You don't like steak anyway due to the texture. That's fair. I actually can't even digest overcooked meats, so... I can eat cured meats, like hot dogs, for example, but like an overcooked steak, I literally cannot digest it anymore, so... Certain foods like that I don't really eat anymore either. Giant clam. The only meat to eat is chicken. Yeah. Mostly same as, like, I mostly eat just seafood and chicken these days because I have a hard time digesting anything else. I can eat ground beef in small portions so long as it's mixed with, like, an absolute ton of vegetables. But I can't just eat, like, a big steak unless it's, like, borderline rare. Which means pork is an absolute no-no anymore. Pork will cause problems. There is a quest active. I don't know if it's the right one, though. What is this quest? Sharknado. Okay. Where is he? Come here, Sharknado. Oh no, I've attracted everything. Let's turn on the consequences of our actions button. My god, do you have to be standing in a group of too many things? I don't like, too, that there's so many AoE attacks. It means I have to move out of the way, but that also means I'm more likely to be spotted by other Sahagin. Okay, let's get the self-healing hits going. I think the one's coming from the ballista, actually. Not from him. So yeah, it's just really iffy if I can even eat red meats anymore. Most of the time I can't. Unless it's like really thinly sliced, mixed with an absolute ton of vegetables, and not overcooked. But since something like pork has to be fully 100% cooked, I can't eat it. Chicken remains tender enough that fully cooked I can eat. So does fish. But you can also eat fish raw. So it's not as big of a deal. Unfortunately, my pancreas and my gallbladder no longer produce the enzymes necessary to break it down, which is a genetic thing. Several people in my family have it, my mom included. So it is what it is. Just gotta eat more beans and more veggies. Eat lots of eggs. Lots and lots of eggs. There we go. Sharknado is complete. Do I have any other ones active? I don't think I do. Apparently I'm still seen, so I can't ride my chocobo yet. Lots of eggs, lots of beans, lots of chicken. Seafood's really expensive, so unfortunately, while it's really, really good for me, and it's one of the best things protein-wise for me to digest, it's unfortunately just, like, out of my price range a lot of the time. Taste for paste. Sahagan warriors are greatly strengthened by the consumption of properly prepared shark flesh. Spirit away their provisions and steel their stomach for battle. Although if chicken is overcooked, I can't have chicken either. It has to be properly prepared. It's just that most of the time it is. Unless it's like drastically overcooked chicken. Like dry chicken is something I can't have. But so long as it's like fresh and juicy, it's fine. The fanatics eat well. I should hunt for shark more often. I will take these provisions and share them amongst my clutch mates. We spawnlings eat often, and the clutch father shall be glad of the surplus. Slave Bull, we already have, whoops, been through the dialogue for this one. Because it's a repeat from yesterday. Fine work, Finless One. The tide gates are safe from the tridents for the time being. These foolish warmongers understand not what they seek to destroy. While those barriers are in place, neither side can commit their full forces, leaving us free to complete the cultivation of our spawning grounds. Progress towards peace will come at a trickle, not as a sudden flood. For now, we must preserve anything that keeps our people at a comfortable distance. There we go. That is it for Sahagan for today. It will reset by tomorrow. Time to check on the kobolds. But yeah, even ground beef mixed with like a ton of vegetables for me is still hard to digest. I can do it, but it's still difficult. I'll feel bogged down for a while after eating it, even if I don't eat a whole lot of it. How do I get down here? Where's the stairs? I wish I could just jump. Wait, I can! I don't think I could do that before. No such thing as free lunch. The unfairness, injustice, equality, unfairness of it all. While the 789th goes famished, starving, hungry, famished, Zolga and his cronies feast. Feast on lunchpots packed. Yes, so packed with tasty treats that a single one could feed our entire dig for a week.
Should Soga and his hard-working cronies get all the rewards? No, no, 100 times no! Yet our tummies are rumbling, grumbling, mumbling, rumbling, as much as theirs. Why, I have a notion, a thought, a mind, a notion, to walk right over to Iron Lake and snatch 1 or 3 for myself. But walking is hard work. Yes, yes, and your legs are so much longer than mine.
You sure? You sure, buddy? Your family used to have a roast dinner every Sunday, which you don't like, but then they had chicken and you just put the leftovers on a sandwich. Yeah, you can put roasts and stuff like that. I make a lot of stuff in my time that's basically just leftover sandwiches. It's whatever I had. Put it between bread or in a wrap and you're ready to go. Unfortunately, I can't really eat roasts that much anymore because they're too stringy. It's beef that's fully cooked, which, just like jerky, I can't have anymore. It'll just sit in my stomach. It won't go anywhere.
Those scoundrels, rogues, knaves, scoundrels. This is unforgivable. No, no, it will not be forgiven. For so long, yes, so many moons, did they rival us at the bottom of the ranks, the hind, the rear, the bottom. Now they have risen all the way to the 596th.
This one we've done before. Alright, and finger looking good. I don't think we've done this one yet.
Oh, I've done it this time. Yes, yes, I have. He will roast me, burn me, scorch me, roast me alive. Who will? Boga will. With cackles, cackles and glee, for I snacked on the fingers of some of his beauties. Yes, yes, I did. But who can blame poor, hungry Bozu? Not you. No, no, not you. Please, adventurer, you must bring fiery fingers to Boga's workshop before he comes hunting for Bozu. You would not want to see poor Bozu burn, would you? No, no, you probably shouldn't answer that.
Fingers? Fingers of what?
Bozu would make big booms at 596 order dig.
We've already done this one. I'll just skip through it since we've done it yesterday. Not yesterday, Saturday. Sunday exists, Bren. Okay, something is up top. So yeah, dried meats of any kind are just a big no-no for me now. Not unless, the only way I can have dried meats is if I turn it into a broth. So take that dried meat and turn it into bouillon, for example. Turkey isn't that bad, even though it tastes different. Difference is hard to explain. Yeah, turkey can sometimes be too much for me, too. Some parts of turkey I can have, others I can't. If it's a really dry turkey, I can't have it. Enemy is still around. Where? Oh, over here. I was gonna say, the velociraptors are minding their own business. I could fight them because I can use their skins to make leatherworking materials, but I actually prefer chicken to turkey, personally. Even taste-wise, I know that's sacrilegious to some, but I feel like I could do more with the chicken. whereas turkey is very stubborn to work with, if you will. Depending on how it's prepared, I can have, like, turkey lunch meat, but if it's your grandma's dry roast turkey dinner, I'm sorry, but I will have to refuse. That one's done. Yeah, I can eat canned chicken, even though it's slightly dry, but that's also probably because, one, it was stored in either water or oil, so it retains some of the moisture, and two, it's in such fine particles, it's easy enough to digest either way. Because it's not a taste thing, it's a, will my body throw a hissy fit if I eat this thing? If I eat this, will I be in the hospital in the next 10 hours? That is the golden question. Because, yeah, my body treats a pork chop about the same way your body treats rocks. Should be another one here. Lavish lunch pot. I think the other one was sort of this way. Have to come up this way to get to it. It's one of those ones that looks like it would be below maybe, but might not be? I'm not sure. Unless it wants me to talk to Bazo again. Yeah. Dang it. My beauty's dismembered again. I will burn every last hair from Bazo's body. Yes, yes, Bazo, we're sizzle, burn. Fire fingers you bring? To me, you say, from Bazoo. Ah, this is a good laugh. Cackle, chortle, laugh. In many, many years I have not seen Bazoo lift a paw in the name of honest work. No, no, not a one. I will not so easily forgive Bazoo. No, no, never. But my poor fingerless beauties demand my attention. Wait. Maybe they do have little hands. I'm used to bombs being entirely round, but they actually do. They actually do have little teeny weeny fingers. That's what he was eating? What the heck, man? Deliver to Bazoo a warning, a caution, a threat, a warning. The next time he snacks in my workshop will be the last. At least you can apparently sew new ones back on, but still. Your favorite food is pizza, preferably with no toppings. My favorite pizza is spinach and pear. Weird combo, I know, but...
Do I smell what I think I smell? Yes, yes, I believe I do. Freshly plucked lava toad legs, earthworms that still wriggle and squirm. This is more than a meal, it is a feast, a banquet, a spread, a feast for the senses. Does sampling the delights of his peers inspire Bazoo to work harder? No, no, never. Why would it, when I have long-legged friends like you? The adventure has done well. Blasts and burns were heard all the way from here. Yes, yes, they were heard. The 596 will learn that hard work is futile, pointless, fruitless. Well, they will learn the lesson we learned long ago. That they should never forget the lesson. They must return to play teacher, mentor, instructor. This you can do, yes. Yes, yes, Bazoo can trust you.
I believe we've done that one already, but...
Oh, thank you, adventurer. Bago said what? Tell me you jest. Joke, tease, jest. But Bazoo has learned his lesson. Besides, fire fingers are not easy on Bazoo's belly.
I think we just had this conversation.
No, they make Bazoo's belly burn. Yes, yes.
No kidding, they make your belly burn. They're literally from a fire creature.
Bazoo's mind understands, but will his belly listen? This Bazoo does not know.
It's like when people eat really hot things and you're like, I will feel this tomorrow, but I'm still going to eat it anyway. I can eat really, really hot things. I do have an extremely high tolerance for capsaicin, so I can eat ultra spicy foods. So it's not even that my stomach is sensitive, it's just that I don't produce an enzyme that allows me to break down certain meats. Which is an entirely different dynamic. It's not a preference thing, it's a... I cannot eat this thing without consequences. But I can eat many other things. And thus I do. So, mostly we appear to have gotten the Beast Tribe stuff done for today. That's all we can do for Sahagin. And for the kobolds. I don't really know how much time I have left, so even though it hasn't been that long, and I still need to make some of these, I might wrap up the stream a little early, because it is usually time for me to go. So I'll head back to Limsa. I know, like I said, it was shorter, but I did not have the same amount of time today. Mondays are sometimes, well, Mondays. They be busy. Everybody come to us from over the weekend like, hey, get it done now. I didn't want to come in on a Sunday, so you're gonna take a double load on a Monday. So let us retire for now. So like I said, we didn't get to MSQ today, but I said in the description we probably wouldn't, and we didn't, so we'll have to have it be what it is. So with that, thank you so much to everyone who has joined. I hope to maybe get some story later on this week. I know I couldn't get to it today, and again, I'm sorry, but I only have the time that I have. But regardless, I thank you for stopping by nonetheless. Have a good day.